Have you ever felt trapped in a relationship that you knew was hurting you, yet breaking free seemed impossible? Have you ever wondered why you keep going back to the same pain, the same disappointment, the same emotional prison? Here's a shocking truth. You are not attached to the person. You are attached to the illusion you created about them. To truly understand why emotional attachment feels so overwhelming, we must turn to the work of one of the greatest minds in psychology, Carl Gustav Jung. A pioneer of the unconscious, Jung spent his life exploring the hidden forces that shape our relationships, our emotions, and the illusions that keep us trapped in suffering. Carl Jung warned us, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. As long as you don't recognize and break the unconscious ties that keep you trapped, you will continue to return to the same suffering, repeating the same patterns, without even realizing it." But today we are going to break this illusion. By the end of this video, you won't just understand why you're stuck. You will feel the weight of this relationship lifting off your shoulders. Let's begin. You have surely asked yourself, why is it so difficult to detach emotionally from someone? Why do we feel tied to them by an invisible thread? Jung gives us a clear answer. It is not the person themselves who keeps us attached, but what we project onto them. Emotional attachment is often not about true love, but about what we believe this person represents to us. In relationships, we unconsciously project onto the other person our own insecurities, wounds, and even lost parts of ourselves. Without realizing it, we assign them the role of filling the emotional voids we don't know how to handle alone. This projection creates a powerful bond, so strong that even when the relationship turns painful, it feels impossible to let go. The truth about emotional dependency, the real problem, is that this need for connection often comes from an inner imbalance. Jung explained that when a person has not fully developed their own identity, they tend to seek externally what is missing within themselves. And this is how emotional dependency begins. If we observe carefully, we'll see that this feeling of deep attachment is usually linked to something we believe we are losing when we move away from this person. It might be a sense of security, a need for validation, companionship, or even an ideal of love we projected onto them. But what if everything you think you're losing was already within you? Attachment is not love. True love does not hurt. It does not suffocate. It does not make you feel trapped. What truly hurts is the illusion of loss, the belief that without this person you are incomplete. But the truth is, you are already whole. You just haven't learned to see it yet. Have you noticed that the same painful patterns keep repeating in your relationships? That no matter who you're with, the same conflicts, fears, and disappointments resurface? This is not a coincidence. Jung explained this through emotional complexes, hidden unconscious patterns that dictate how we behave in relationships. The unconscious mind is the silent architect of our attachment patterns, shaping the way we connect with others long before we are even aware of it. Jung taught that our earliest experiences, especially with caregivers, create deep, invisible imprints that influence how we relate to love, security, and emotional connection. If those early bonds were stable, we learn to trust. But if they were inconsistent, neglectful, or painful, we carry that wound forward, seeking resolution in our adult relationships. These unconscious patterns manifest as anxiety, avoidance, or emotional dependency, repeating the past in different forms, yet always leading to the same suffering. But here's the truth. What was programmed in the unconscious can be brought to light. And once we see these patterns clearly, we can begin to break free. These complexes act like invisible forces, shaping our choices without us realizing it. For example, someone with an abandonment complex may cling desperately to a partner, even if the relationship is toxic, out of fear of being left alone. Another example, someone with a rejection complex may constantly seek approval from people who never truly value them, because deep down they are trying to heal an old wound. These complexes are like emotional magnets. They attract us to people and situations that reinforce the beliefs we already have about ourselves. If at some point in life you absorbed the belief that you are not worthy of love, you may unconsciously seek relationships that confirm that belief. The biggest danger of these complexes is that they operate outside of our conscious awareness. That means that until we recognize them, we will continue to repeat the same painful cycles, thinking it's just fate. Jung spoke of something even deeper, the shadow. The shadow is the hidden part of ourselves, everything we have repressed, denied, or refused to acknowledge. It contains our suppressed emotions, our insecurities, our unhealed wounds. And here's the shocking part. We project our shadow onto the people we are most drawn to. If you feel an intense connection to someone, ask yourself, what qualities do I admire in them that I believe I don't have? What fears do they trigger in me? What emotions do they bring out that I struggle to accept in myself? Jung warned, the most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. When we do not accept parts of ourselves, we seek them in others, creating a powerful but deceptive bond. The attachment isn't to the person, it's to the part of you that they reflect. So how do we break free? Jung's ultimate solution was individuation, the process of becoming a whole, authentic version of yourself. Individuation means becoming an individual. And insofar as individuality embraces our innermost, last, and incomparable uniqueness, it also implies becoming one's own self. Individuation means integrating your shadow instead of projecting it onto others. Recognizing that what you seek in others already exists within you, breaking the unconscious cycles that keep you attached to illusions, Jung reminds us. Your visions will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes. The relationship you need to work on is not the one with another person. It is the one with yourself. So here's the question. Are you ready to break the illusion of attachment and reclaim your power? If you are, take these steps. First, pause before reacting. Each time you feel drawn to someone or struggle to let go, ask yourself, what unconscious pattern is at play here? Second, integrate your shadow. Instead of seeking something in someone else, recognize that it is already within you. Third, focus on your individuation. Build your own identity, your own inner strength, and become whole within yourself. Fourth, let go with love. Release attachment, knowing that what is truly meant for you will never require you to suffer. Jung said, I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become. Your freedom begins the moment you choose yourself. Comment below. My freedom begins now. If this video resonated with you, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, turn on notifications, and let's continue this journey together. Because your true liberation starts now. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.